Hey guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Kingstone Bible. So the kit I got here is all 3 books, which is called the Trilogy. I did get them straight from their website, and it does come in this box here, and it's actually quite heavy. Not sure what the weight is, it didn't say on the label. In any case, let's go ahead and open it up. And actually the best part about this whole purchase here is that it wasn't very expensive, which is quite interesting. Which at the time of my purchasing was right at $50, $49.95 or something like that, plus the priority shipping, which was for me a little more because I live on an island, but it's about $10 to $12, something like that normally. So, all right. So as you guys can see, it seems to be packed very well. Cardboard on top, and we can see the top of the book here. So I'm just going to dump it, pull the box up. Lots of good protection all around. Yeah, I love the packaging, and there's also soft foam. Very nice. So very well packed, and the books look to be in very good shape overall. I see on the first volume here, we do have a little crease here on the top, but it's not bad, and actually kind of straightens out anyway. So yeah, very, very small defect there, no big deal. But yeah, guys, you can see this is quite substantial. It's a pretty large book, very thick feeling, and we got really nice hard covers. And there are 3 volumes, and if you set them like this in order, you can kind of see maybe that there's actually a picture here when they're all combined, so that's quite interesting. So there are 3 books, and what's great about this set here is that it is the full version of the Bible, so it goes through the Genesis all the way to Revelation. So it's quite a bit of material, and a lot of work went into these things. So there's over 2,000 pages in total, but what's even more impressive is there's over 10,000 illustrations, or panels I guess they call them, or sections of illustrations or drawings depicting what is said. So the first volume is Genesis through 2 Samuel, and then the second volume is 1 Kings through Malachi, and the third volume here is Matthew through Revelation. So the first 2 books are the Old Testament, and the third one is the New Testament. So we're going to open one up here in a second after I want to show you guys something I noticed. So this is volume 2 and then 3, and if you look close enough, I don't know if you can see it, but the volume 2 is actually a little bit thinner than the 3, and then the first one is about the same as the 3. So we got the first one, the third one, and the second one. So because the second one's part of the Old Testament, I guess it didn't need to be as thick as the first and third book here. So in any case, I guess let's go with the second one and see what it looks like. So we got very nice construction, as we saw, the very thick covers. The pages feel very nice and thick. They do have like a glossy finish to them, somewhat. I don't know if you guys can see the glossiness, but so yeah, very high quality kind of paper. We got table of contents here, a timeline. Well, that's cool. Okay, so this timeline is actually all what's happening in this book. So I'm guessing each book has its own timeline. And here we go, it starts. On the bottom here we can see 1 Kings chapter 1 through 4 verse, and that's all here. So yeah, this is kind of like comic book reading if you love comic books. This would be very intriguing for you. And not only that, the pictures themselves do a lot of the talking in this kind of book. So you get your information from reading the little bubbles here, and then you look at the picture to complete your understanding of what's going on. And so this could be very interesting for younger children and adults that maybe, you know, don't want to look at just text, are more visually entertained or engaged, I guess. As you can see, there's plenty of things to look at, and you know, I mean, this goes for any age here. I mean, from young to old, you can really enjoy visually, because we are visual people, to kind of better understand of what's going on in the story. And the artists here do a great job explaining the story itself with pictures. So this is definitely an art kind of Bible and can give a different perspective for sure. Now, I'm not sure about, you know, the interpretation of this thing and how well or how accurate it is historically, or whatever you want to call it. So I wouldn't depend on this being, you know, your core understanding of the Bible, but use it kind of like a supplement and an engagement to maybe better understand visually, or, you know, to teach younger people around you that would be more interested in a Bible like this. Now, speaking about younger children, I think some of this part, especially the New Testament here, could be, you know, a little too much for younger children. I would say, you know, parents, you know what your children are able to see and not to see, and can understand, because here when we get to Revelations, I mean, we get some pretty intense kind of artwork here, and it could be, you know, a little disturbing for younger kids. So, you know, maybe wait for a bit till they get older and understand better what this is all about. But, you know, this kind of stuff here for teenagers and younger adults is probably something they're not too, you know, not used to with the world the way it is these days. But you still want to, you know, keep your children safe from seeing things that maybe they don't need to see, if you know what I mean. So you guys can just see these pictures, and yeah. And this is part of the New Testament, so there's a lot of good stuff in here, but also a lot of stuff that could be disturbing. Like here we just have Jesus on the donkey here riding through Jerusalem, and you know, this is totally great and fine and really shows good, interesting kind of, you know, illustrations of what Jesus was doing. So basically the overall vibe that I'm getting is that these books are probably made for young adults, and everyone older and can digest this kind of illustrations. Now, if you're really, you know, sensitive to this kind of stuff, you probably would want to avoid these books here. But in any case, you know, I see this as a pretty good overall experience. You do get a really much wider kind of understanding visually, and really makes you think differently about certain parts of the Bible and the verses, which I guess you could look at it as a positive or negative. But in any case, in my opinion, these books are a great buy, especially for $50. It's just incredible of what you get. I mean, this is an amazing amount of artwork, and you know, even if you agree or don't agree what's being portrayed here, overall it's a great composition of the Bible. In any case, guys, well, hopefully you enjoyed this little preview of the King's Stone Bible. So if you want to pick these books up for yourself, I'll have the links in the description. Check it out, and if you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.